Land pooling. Land pooling area development scheme. A method wherein land owned by individuals pooled together by transfer of ownership rights to the appropriate planning authority for land pooling area development scheme, in which part of the developed land is reconveyed to owners and the remaining part retained for the provision of roads and common community facilities. Land pooling area development scheme process. Declaration of intention to make LPADS by planning authority within its jurisdiction. Publish notification of declaration in District Gazette and in 2 leading news dailies. One shall be in Tamil. Notification shall specify time and places where plan be inspected by public. Concept of land pooling area development scheme. Concept of land pooling area development scheme, wherein land owned by individuals pooled together by transfer of ownership rights to the appropriate planning authority, which part of the developed land is reconveyed to owners and the remaining part retained for the provision of roads and common community facilities. Restriction on use of land and construction of buildings. On or after the declaration of the intention to prepare the LPADS, no person shall carry out any development within the LPAD scheme area without obtaining prior permission. Preparation of the scheme. Within 6 months from notification or another 6 months is permitted, planning authority shall prepare the scheme. Consultation with owners. Conduct land surveys. Ownership verification meeting. Consider and modify the scheme, if necessary. Original plot boundary is delineated. The plot size and ownership details are listed in detail. The existing land is given access by laying out of roads. Then carving out plots for amenities with different uses. Delineation of final plots is prepared. The value of original and final plots listed in detail. Preliminary approval for draft scheme. Government approved draft scheme within given time. Designated officer appointed in 1 month. Planning authority publish notification in Gazette and 2 leading dailies within 2 months. D.O. give opportunity of being heard, modify the scheme, as he considers proper in his final decision. Duties of designated officer. Examine a scheme and prepare final scheme. Designate public purpose plots, demarcate final plots and decide allottees. Estimate amount to be paid and collected from each landowner. Drawing the final scheme. Preparation of final scheme. After notice to landowners. Demarcate allocation for various purposes. Determine final plots extent for different owners. TDR details. Period within which works have to be completed. Compensation for injuriously affected landowners. Contributions to be levied on each plot included. Approval and coming into operation. Designated officer submit final scheme for approval within 12 months from notification. Maximum grace time of 6 months is given. Government should approve in 3 months approval return. Publication of approval in Gazette and 2 dailies, conclusive evidence for coming into operation.